Welcome everybody, Level M Diecast, bringing you some Mini GT additions to the collection today. Did pick up a few Mini GT, just a few. This first one, number 476. This is your Ford GT Allen Man Heritage Edition, number 476. This one looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy that they're starting to do some more of the Heritage Editions for the Mini GT. I think that just standard colors on the GT is just it gets kind of boring, you know, even if you do stripes or whatever. But when you start incorporating these heritage models, it really makes a big difference. At least in my opinion, I really think that they kind of pop, and there's something different, kind of unique. Looks pretty good. This one with the gold stripes and the number 16 on it, I do like it. It's kind of graphite wheels as well. Looks pretty good. Good Mini GT quality as well. All right, next one we're going to take a look at. This one is the Nismo 400R, aka the Fairlady Z, version ST 2023 in Syrian blue. This is the newest color for the 400R. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I anticipate that we will see a lot of standard colors on this particular car moving forward for quite a while. I do think that Mini GT will probably use this casting as much as they can because, you know, it's new. It's kind of the new hot thing, and, you know, people are definitely interested in it. I like it. It seems a bit toned down, you know, the yellows and stuff and the reds and some of the other colors, they kind of pop. But this blue is pretty subtle, pretty solid. But I do like the matching roof and the black wheels. It does look like a pretty good combination. So I do like that one. So that one is pretty nice. All right, moving on to something completely different than that. This is the newest version of the Hyundai Elantra, the Elantra N. This is in performance blue. This is the AKA the iconic in color blue. First one I think was in a stone gray. This one looks fantastic. I particularly like the light blue. They call it performance blue, but it's kind of a powder blue. That Mini GT, you know, has replicated here from the very, very first one. It looks good. It looks really, really good. I think that seeing in cars with this actual in standard blue on it is kind of like the better color. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Doug DeMuro do reviews, but he's like obsessed with the press colors of every car. It has to be the press color. And I think that this particular one is a pretty good addition to, this is, you know, this is a press car color. That was number 404, by the way. All right, moving on to some race car action. I particularly like this casting a lot. This is the Mercedes-Benz 190E 2.5 16 Evolution 2. This is Michael Schumacher's 1991 DTM. This one is number 366 in green with Debis. Pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but that is the sponsor on this one. I love the green and white combination. Matching green wheels is absolutely fantastic. And you see that tiny little itty bitty Mercedes-Benz logo there on the hood. You got to be extremely careful with this particular Mini GT because that little icon in the front there is extremely fragile. So you really have to be careful when you handle this model. But other than that, you know, it's pretty standard fare, but it looks very, very good. Again, just the color combination, that detail in the front with the lens lights and stuff just looks fantastic. This particular casting definitely looks much higher than its current price point. We'll put it that way. Definitely looks like it's a much more expensive model. We got one more 190E. This one is the same model, the 190E 2.5. This is number 78. This is the 1991 DTM Lore. It is the driver. This one is number 395. This one looks a little bit better. I just think that the combination of colors looks a little bit better with the white and the red. But white and green looks good too. They've done quite a few of these 190Es. There are still a few more in the works coming down the pipeline. So I think that they're going to continue to beat these up. And I say beat these up, but really this casting I don't think can get old. I don't care how many race car decos you put on it. I mean, this car dominated DTM for years, so there's a lot of decos and a lot of iconic racing to represent here in this particular model that MiniGT has done a very, very good job with. All right, we do have some love for the Honda guys. This is the latest Honda S2000 Mugen. This is in Monte Carlo Blue Pearl. This particular one is number 493. Just climbing up in the numbers. It does have those nice Mugen, kind of a goldish bronze wheels on there. It does have the roll bar behind the seats, which is a good addition. Carbon fiber hood, which looks absolutely fantastic. I love the tiny little antenna on the deck lid. And of course, it has that nice wing on the back as well. It's quite a nice combination, I will say. Definitely looks pretty good. Not a Honda guy, but this is definitely one of the better S2000s they've done thus far. And it's got quite a bit of detail on the interior too, which is not too common for MiniGT models. They don't typically get too much interior detail, but when you have an open top, you're kind of forced to do that. All right, brand spanking new casting. This is the Bugatti Devo. It's finally made its way into the MiniGT range. This is, of course, the presentation version, number 474. Of course, it is the same presentation Devo, the standard gray and blue Devo with those kind of wire wheels that it's been iconic with. That's what every Devo picture is. They do make the Devo in other colors, but that's pretty much what everybody will remember the Devo as, is this particular one. Looks good. You know, there's nothing fancy about it in particular. Great MiniGT quality as well. You know, got your quad stacked exhaust on the back. You know, essentially based on the Chiron, so it looks good. It's a good casting. They did a good job. All the details look pretty good. It is a pretty involved casting, but other than that, it's just another Bugatti. So, all right, brand spanking new casting again. This one is a pretty nice one. This is the Lamborghini Huracan STO in blue Lufe. This is number 475. This is kind of the presentation deco as well. This is kind of what most STO, you know, material is out there, I guess you could say. I did see a STO the other day at a car show. Not sure if that video is going to make it to the channel or not, but if it does, I do have some video of a pretty nice STO in a orange and charcoal combination, which is a pretty good combo. It was actually pretty nice looking. This particular one with the blue and the orange is a little out there, but I think it looks good. The wheels look pretty good as well. There's a couple different versions of the STO, but this one looks pretty good. I'm sure MiniGT will be bringing more versions of the STO right around the corner. All right, I do believe this is a new body kit for the Aventador. This is the LB Silhouette Works Lamborghini Aventador GT Evo in white. This particular one is number 467. This one is very wide. She is very, very wide. She's got some very wide hips on her. Now, I'm pretty sure this might even be a new casting entirely, or just maybe a variation on the body kit, but I'm fairly certain this is a new one. The wheels look fantastic as well on this one. I really, really like it. This one just looks fantastic. This is definitely my favorite LB Works Aventador that they've done yet. This one just looks so good. I love the Liberty Walk across the back wing. It is extremely wide. I mean, this model is extremely wide. It's one of the widest models I think MiniGT makes. It's a really, really big model. And it looks good. Of course, the Aventador in real life is a big car, so it's not a little tiny thing. It's a big car. But it looks good in white. And, of course, your deep dish wheels in the back and regular ones in the front. So I do like that one a lot. It's quite a nice one. All right, speaking of details for open-top cars, this is the latest Bentley Mulsanne Bacalar in Scarab Green. This particular one is number 492. I do like this one because the seats are painted kind of like a primer gray, which just looks kind of cool. Nice offset in there. There's a little bit of a kind of not a hidden detail, but a detail that you really wouldn't notice. I'll show you guys here in a second. But the wheels are insane. The wheels look fantastic. The color is really, really good. There's a lot of really, really good details on this particular model. I think it looks really, really good. Not a great casting, just because it's a very specific car. You'll probably never see one in real life, but kind of interesting that MiniGT decided to do this one. I think they try to do some obscure things here and there because I think it's important. One cool thing you'll notice on the back of the seats, or I should say behind the back of the seats, there are a couple pieces of luggage, which are really cool. And then that tiny little window between the kind of hunches back there. So cool little detail back there. And then this particular one just has some really fine print on the side in yellow, which looks pretty good. So just kind of wanted to showcase that a little bit because I thought that looked pretty cool. All right, now we can't have a MiniGT haul or showcase or anything without at least one Porsche. Luckily, we have two. This is the first one. This is the latest color for the 911 Turbo S in racing yellow. This particular one is number 497. Of course, we are a little biased here at Level M. We do love Porsche quite a bit. This one looks fantastic in yellow. Definitely a good addition. We've seen silver. Silver was pretty good. Silver's pretty good. We're a little impartial to silver too. I would definitely get silver over yellow, but I think this yellow one looks absolutely fantastic. And just a really good, I guess, color choice. We've also seen red. I think they need to do a white one because I don't think we've seen white yet. But I'd have to check. I mean, I have 400 plus Mini GTs now, so I'm getting to the point where I am forgetting exactly what I have. I'm just trying to follow the new releases. All right, next one up. This is the last Mini GT we got in this particular mix. This is the newest color for the 911 GT3 in white. This one is number 478. I really like this one. I love the red Porsche on the side. Red lipped wheels on there. Wing looks fantastic. I like when the castings are white because then you can see the details in them. Sometimes when they're kind of a darker color like that Bentley, that dark green, you don't really see the detail in the casting as well because you just, it kind of just blends the light in. But with the whites, you can always see all the cuts and all that kind of stuff like that. It just looks fantastic. Looks really, really good. I definitely like this one a lot. It's a pretty good addition. I mean, there's nothing about this model I think they could have done any better, except for maybe a red stripe down the side, maybe down the middle or something. I think would have been a little bit better for this one. But that one's it. Now, I do have a little bit of a bonus, which I'm not even going to throw this in the title. You probably didn't even know this was coming. I did pick up this too. This is a tarmac. It's a little bit of bonus at the end. This is the Dodge van. This is the Dodgebahn. This is a popular version of a race van, typically in Japan, stuff like that. But they do it in other places as well. It's just super cool. It's such a out of left field model that you just never would expect to be done. And of course, we got tarmac to do it, which is one of the best in the business. I mean, this model is absolutely flawless. Lensed headlights, lens taillights. Got that stance going on. You got your exhaust out the bottom. Details on there. Prints in the windows. The side mirrors on there. You got the X's on the headlights and stuff. The grille is fantastic. The detail is insane. And then, of course, you have your black painted hood with your Ram logo on there. It's just such a good one. It's such a good one. And, of course, this one's decoed after a real Dodgebahn van. But I'm sure that we'll get some original decos going forward. Something different. I'd like to see this one in kind of a little bit of Initial D type of deco. Get it all white with the black hood. I think that would look pretty cool, but you guys can let me know. So we're going to roll out on the Dodge van. I do like that one a lot. A little bit of bonus for you guys at the end of a Mini GT. There are other brands that we like to cover here. So we're going to roll out. Drop a comment. Let me know. You got a favorite. You don't got a favorite. Whatever. I read all the comments. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Catch you next time. Level M. Kist.